How's it going, everyone? It's Natural here and welcome back to another video on the channel. In this sport, all riders will have contracts with teams and manufacturers, but at times it can be extremely complicated, with clauses that can allow riders plus teams to terminate or mutually agree to part ways. So in this video we will be diving into the complex world of rider contracts. What is a MotoGP's rider contract? A rider contract in MotoGP is usually a multi-year deal between 2 to 4 years. There can be riders giving 1-year deals but have performance-based clauses to keep them in the sport for another year. Riders' contracts will have a base salary, but will have added bonuses for race wins, podiums, and where they finish in the riders' standings, along with their own team plus personal sponsors. So that includes helmets, gear, and the sponsors of the team. Riders can be given financial penalties if they make negative public comments about the team or the bike. In some contracts, riders will have things out of racing. So this could be testing, promotional events, and media appearances. Even if a rider is contracted to a new team, but most of all a new manufacturer, they cannot speak to the media about the bike they have tested, as obviously they are still contracted with another team, but above all else, another manufacturer. So let's take, for example, Toprak Razgatlioglu. He obviously is still contracted as a BMW rider, but obviously next season will be with Pramac Yamaha riding the V4 Yamaha for 2026. But obviously he's done testing in Valencia and in Aragon, but couldn't speak to the media about how it went, what he's tested, this, that and the other, because obviously he's still contracted as a BMW rider, so he has to wait until that contract ends until he can speak about the new team and obviously the new bike that he is riding with the Yamaha V4. But this is the same for every other rider who switches manufacturers from BMW to Yamaha. It can happen the same with Ducati to KTM or whatever. It's just part and parcel of these rider contracts, really. Riders may have a contract that says they get a factory bike, just like the factory team riders, but obviously will be in a satellite team. So let's take, for example, Alex Marquez and Fabio Di Giannantonio, both in satellite teams, but will get the same factory spec bikes in 2026 as the factory team riders get. Contract clauses. A rider's contract will have so many different clauses, from performance based, exit / buyout, conduct, image rights, plus many others. When a full-time MotoGP rider is out of action, a rider contracted to the team or manufacturer will come in as a replacement rider for that injured rider. Contract termination. Riders' contracts can be terminated for so many reasons: poor performances, disagreements, or not happy with the team or the bike. A few examples are Marco Melandri in 2015 with Aprilia, Joran Zarco with KTM in 2019, Jorge Lorenzo in 2019 with Honda, Maverick Viñales with Yamaha in 2021, and Marc Marquez in 2023 with Honda. But there can be times when a team can block a rider's contract termination, and a team can get rid of riders with a contract for many things. So take Jorge Martin in the 2025 MotoGP season. He was the reigning MotoGP World Champion from 2024 as he left Pramac Ducati to go to the factory Aprilia team for the 2025 and also 2026 season. And it became a nightmare of a season from the start. Got injured in pre-season testing and missed the start of the season, while also got more injuries during the season as well. So he and his management team activated an exit clause which meant he could leave to go to another team or another manufacturer. But Aprilia did everything to keep hold of Jorge Martin, which meant taking legal action. But Jorge Martin did a U-turn to stay with the team for the 2026 season and for the rest of his contract with the factory Aprilia team. But like I said, teams can terminate riders' contracts as well. For example, in the Moto2 class, Romano Fenati was sacked by his team for a brain-dead incident in Misano. Another Moto2 rider in Sergio Garcia, him and the team mutually agreed to go their separate ways. This just shows that MotoGP contracts, or any contracts in professional motorcycle racing, are just more than just a piece of paper that you sign on. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the complex and quite frankly controversial world of MotoGP / motorcycle riders contracts. If you like this video, then hit the like button and subscribe as well. I hope you all have an amazing day out there, and I'll see you in another video.